Hey everybody. I posted a short a little while ago in the anger series on making sure that it wasn't your friend group that was influencing your problem with anger. I wanted to talk a little bit more at length about that. So I figured I'd go for a walk, invite you to come along with me. Let's have this conversation. Even if it's not just anger, I think it goes pretty clearly without saying, and yet I'm going to say it, that the people we hang around influence us. I grew up hearing, hey, he's a bad apple, she's a bad apple. It only takes one bad apple to spoil the bunch. I wondered about this the other day because what about being a good influence, right? So I get the fact that if somebody is negative, they can just ruin it for everybody and they can rub off on us. But shouldn't it work well the other way around? It doesn't seem to. It seems that negativity is the more powerful of the two emotions. That if you have 5 people in a group, 4 of them are positive and 1 of them is negative, it seems that the negative person is going to overwhelmingly influence the attitude of the rest of the group. And I don't know why that should be. I would think, for example, that love would be more powerful than hate, but hate seems to take over and get in like a cancer. I guess it's also true that a healthy body doesn't destroy cancer, but cancer destroys a healthy body. So I still have more thinking on that I want to do, but it does seem pretty obvious that negativity will always influence otherwise positive or healthy people. So when it comes to the friends that we and the influences that we bring into our lives, it's really, really important then to make sure that we're choosing wisely. And again, a topic for another day would be how to use a positive influence to help others. That's what I'm trying to do on this channel, is use my positive influence to be a good influence on people who maybe are looking for a mentor or looking for a little bit of encouragement or looking for a little bit of help. But in a group, it's important to make sure that we're choosing right. In the short that I did, it's only 60 seconds because you can't say a lot in 60 seconds. Some of us can't say a lot in 30 minutes. I mentioned how negative friends and angry friends can turn you into an angry person. And I referenced Solomon. If you're not familiar with that, Solomon is credited with writing a large portion of the book of Proverbs. There's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. He's credited usually with writing Ecclesiastes as well. He was the son of King David of Israel. He's reputed as being a very wise man. And so in the book of Proverbs, he's giving life advice primarily to his son. And he says in there, don't become friends with an angry man. Now, I grew up on the King James, and so it's in my mind, make no friendship with an angry man, lest thou learn his ways and gain a snare unto your soul. And that's just a really Elizabethan way of saying an angry person has a greater tendency of turning you into them than you turning them into you. So don't make friends with them. It's just not a good idea. But who we make friends with is often not something we think about very much. Who we make friends with is almost accidental. I want to encourage you to be purposeful in the friends you make and in the influences that you allow into your life. If you choose and are so kind as to subscribe to this channel to allow me to be an influence in your life, I'm going to attempt my very best to be a positive and encouraging, informative, inspiring, humorous, and hopefully worthwhile influence in your life. I'm not going to get on here and rant. I'm not going to get on here and try to spread negativity, but I do want to encourage. I want to share some wit, some wisdom, and, odds and ends of things. And you have a choice every time you click subscribe on a YouTube channel. You have a choice every time that you accept a friend request or send one on Facebook. Online relationships are real relationships. You also have a choice on the kinds of people that you invite into your life on a friend and influence level in person to person. You have a choice there too. And I want to encourage you to take that choice very seriously. Pay attention to what kind of attitude, what kind of people this person is, what kind of person this person is. What is their personality? Because it's more likely that the more negative of the two is going to rub off. Or if a person has a bent towards negativity, it's going to rub off on them. Anger is addictive. Man, it's addictive. It's every bit as addictive as alcohol and other chemicals, heroin, marijuana, whatever substances are that are addictive. Anger is definitely addictive. Happiness is addictive and joy is addictive, but nothing is as addictive and controlling as anger. And angry people influence us to be angry. See how you feel after listening to angry music, or pay attention to the way you feel after watching a movie that has a lot of anger in it. Anger it reaches out and it grabs a hold of you. So the friends you have will influence you for better or for not. But we need friends, right? We have to have friends. And yes, if you can see in the background, I'm walking in a cemetery. I like to do that. It's a good place. It's quiet. There's not a lot of conversation going on in cemeteries. It's a good place to think. It's a good place to make videos, evidently. So the answer to this is not, I'll just, stop being friends. Like, I don't need anybody. I'll just be all by myself. We can't. We are social creatures. We need to have community. The surest way to go insane is to isolate yourself from everybody else. If you have no one else around you to talk to, you'll either start talking to a camera like I'm doing, or you'll start talking to yourself. Because we crave community. We crave interaction. We crave relationships. So it's impossible for you to just be all. I don't believe people who say they don't need anybody in their life. You see people on social media, get on and tell everybody that they don't need anybody in their life. That other people's opinions don't matter to them. They're their own person. And yet they find it necessary to get online and tell everybody that. Presumably hoping to get a lot of likes and a lot of thumbs up and a lot of hearts and a lot of me too. And so it's just a facade. Of course we all need people. We all need other people in our life. The question is not if we need people in our life, but what kind of people do we need in our life? Now, I've spent time in this video, and I'm almost out of time for this video, talking about the importance of not allowing angry people into your life. But here's a positive aspect. Here's what I would recommend you should be looking for in your life. Look for the people that are doing the things that you're hoping to do, if they're positive, and look for the people that have the kind of personality that you would like to have. And seek to build a relationship with those people. Because the kind of people we hang around will influence us. And I'm going to have to talk more about that. I'm definitely going to have to make another video about that, because there's a lot more to go into. I just wanted to speak a little bit more fully about it, and hopefully I haven't added a greater level of confusion. Maybe I should have just left it as a short, but here we go. This is just what it is. I'm just trying to be authentic with you and encourage you and challenge you. Pay attention to the influences and the people that you are allowing into your life, because especially those who have a strong negative attitude and personality, they will rub off on you, and you will become like the people you hang around? I think that's worth thinking about.